What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Triple B News channel. Today we've got Nadia fully explaining as to why she believes she was not invited to the Modern Warfare 3 COD Next event. So let's crack on with the news. During a recent live stream, Nadia was actually willing to talk about the reason she believes she was not invited to the new COD Next event that is occurring this year. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't seem to be the case, but Nadia seems to think that because she decided to argue the toss over whether or not slide cancelling was coming back into Call of Duty, that is why she was not invited to the event. So we've got a full video of this moment where she explains herself. Let's check it out.
So when they were doing like the slideshow of Vondel and they were, telling us about the new update, one of the key points that they, the patch note said was movement changes. Okay, it was very vague. Movement changes, okay? So that after they're done with the prompt, they asked the creators if we have any questions, and I asked them if there's going to be any, slide canceling, because I think slide canceling is really prominent to the game, and that's what blew up the game, right? And they were like, they gave the generic answer, we don't know, just wait till the new season drops. And you'll see what the movement's like. And I was like, yeah, but you guys always say this, and I think slide canceling should come back because it's really important. And then Iceman Isaac, kind of backed me up a little bit. And he's like, yeah, this is the reason why, MW 2019 did a lot better than this one. And then that kind of, made Call of Duty upset because I also backed that up, and I was like, yeah, my TikTok movement and all that. You don't see TikToks about the newest Call of Duty. And then, Rob wasn't too happy about that. He's like, well, someone that works at Activision. And he was like, that's not true. We actually just looked at the TikTok analytics and content analytics, and the newest game is doing just as good content-wise as the old game. And I was like, no, it's not. Even Courage tweeted about it. And he's like, well, back then, it was kind of hyped up because of the pandemic. And I was like last year, when I blew up, that, the pandemic was, over. It wasn't even considered a pandemic. That's not true. And, kind of go a little bit went back and forth. And I was like, I think that's just a very predominant thing to have in the game. It helped a lot of content creators out. Movement was really important. And Rob was just basically saying, no, the content's doing this just as good, even better with the newest game. And I was like, okay, right. It was a little bit back and forth. Mostly between me and Rob. Iceman just said, he thinks that it was it was really important to have, and that's why MW 2019 did really good. But it was mostly me and Rob going back and forth, right? So that happened. And I see that, there's everyone's getting, invites out to the newest game. So I messaged Shanice and I was like, why am I being blackballed? I don't understand. I noticed when I was getting blackballed, and when I went to that Vondel event, I told, Call of Duty that I noticed it when I kissed Azra, specifically. And then after that, they really didn't invite me out much. And they told me that's not true, that's not the reason. They said because I wasn't playing Call of Duty, but I was playing Call of Duty back then. I was playing Call of Duty with Chris Brown. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was playing Call of Duty with Chris Brown. So I was playing Call of Duty. So that happened, and they were like, okay, well, that's when they invited us to the Vondel event, and they're like, that's not true. And then after the Vondel event, I saw a bunch of people getting invited, so I was like, what's going on? I thought you guys would tap me in. And then I was like, I honestly think it's because of the fan house stuff in Azra, and they called me, and they were like, that's not true. We're not inviting you because of the little back and forth we had about movement, which I didn't really even think was a big deal. And they were telling me that they asked for opinions afterwards. They asked for questions. They also asked for the feedback. It's like they didn't even want to hear negative feedback, but I didn't even say it in a rude way. I was just saying that it's really predominant to have in the game. And I wasn't the only one saying it. There was another creator backing it up who I'm pretty sure got invited.
Honestly, it just seems like she's making excuses. I think we all deep down know why she wasn't invited, and I think that Nadia herself understands why she wasn't invited back. After the way she acted whilst at the COD Next event last time, it would appear that maybe they thought this is too toxic. Maybe they understand the way she actually built a name for herself in Call of Duty. Maybe they realised she was cheating. Maybe they realised that she did not perform in any way, shape or form at the level she does when she's in the comfort of her own home. Maybe they got annoyed at the fact she kept mentioning cheat, foot pedals and Cronus whilst at the event last time. But either way, she believes it's about the fact she brought up slide cancelling and had a little bit of a debate with them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you believe Nadia wasn't invited back because she brought up a slide cancelling discussion? Let me know. And if you did enjoy today's news, guys, smash that thumbs up and give the video a share. It helps massively. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss tomorrow's news. Triple B, over and out.